that you have there?
That's a ribeye, one of my favorite cuts, actually.
Why? Why do you like a ribeye?
I'm
with you, but why do you like a ribeye?
It's good marbled. It's got fat. It's a lean cut of meat. It's not the most lean cut, but it's tender, actually.
And the reality is, the fat is where the flavor is.
Oh.
No fat, no flavor.
No fat, no flavor.
And tenderness.
Now I like cooking these over really high heat first.
I'm going to kind of grease that up for you so you don't get the sticky stick on it.
I appreciate that. So I've got the salt and pepper in one. I'm going to throw these on the hottest side of the grill.
You are not shy about putting pepper on there.
No, I'm not actually. You know, a lot of it's going to burn off too. And so, and get a good crust on that. I'm not going to move it. I'm just going to let it sit for 2 or 3 minutes and get a good crust on one side, flip it, and they don't take nearly as long as people think they take to cook. Especially on this fine equipment too.
Well, because you can get that high heat. The other thing I like about this is you can control the height. So if you want to do a good sear like you're doing on that steak, you can drop it down. But if you're trying to slow roast something, you're doing chicken to where you don't want to burn it, you can raise this thing up.
And you can pull it out and move it over once you want to let that meat rest. I mean, it's versatile.
And what I'm going to do with your big fatty ribeye steak is some shrimp scampi.
Oh man, that sounds
and
good.
I've used these before. You were a master on these little saute pans.
I love those grill pans.
Tell me about
the grill
pans.
We saute in them. We actually use them to actually, you can saute whatever you're going to cook right there in the pan and actually use the pan as a serving dish also.
The thing I like about it is it's almost like a wok. And I cooked out in San Francisco, the Bay Area, for a long time, so I did some wok cooking. And this is the best thing I've found since a wok. And to be able to saute out while you're grilling.
Little Texas wok.
It's a little Texas wok.
But they're easy to clean up, and like I said, they'll go right on the dining room table.
So I have got some of these great Texas shrimp. I have peeled and deveined them. I'm going to do a little salt and pepper.
Did you catch those?
I did, yes. Here in Fort Worth, back on the Trinity River, we did a little bit of seining earlier today. So I'm going to get my grill pan hot, because I want to sear these.
And those don't take long to get hot, do they?
Not at all.
And they recover well, you know, they reheat fast when you're ready to cook multiple things.
And unlike a cheap wok, they're not going to sit there and warp. The construction on these are solid, and the thickness is important when you're cooking, because if it's too thin, you tend to have hot spots in here. The heat is distributed perfectly in these for a good, quick saute. Carefully lay these in here.
And these come in, what, 3 different sizes?
Yeah,
24,
these grills,
36, and 72.
All the way up to 72. And the great thing about them
that thing's a carnival.
is, see how you can rotate this out? If you're a little timid and don't want to get hot, you can pull it out so you're not burnt. Or if you're cooking and you're working one of the really big ones, you've never been timid, have you?
No.
No, timid of the heat.
I love burning the hair on my arm.
But on a really big one, you can load that thing out and then swing it out. And so you can work the inside and the whole surface of the grill.
Yeah, we cooked, I think, 20 or 30 steaks at a time on one of them, actually before, so.
All right, so if you notice, I don't want to put too much oil. It's always easier to add a little bit more. And that pan is so hot, it is perfect. So you notice I didn't mess around with those. I wanted them to sear and get really good color, and then I'm going to flip them. The biggest mistake most people make when cooking shrimp is they overcook them.
And I think too with fires, people let their fires get too cold. You know, sometimes they let the fires actually get, I don't know what the word is, too cold and not hot enough.
Yeah, they let the fire burn down, and then they try to cook over too low a heat, and you don't get that good color and sear on them.
Color is flavor.
Color is flavor, fat is flavor, my friend.
Now, what are you going to do with those after they're...
I'm gonna slather your big steak with them.
Ooh,
you stick around. I'm going to show you a trick.
Look at the crust on that steak, though. You know, letting it sit will get that good crust on the outside.
All right, now I'm going to add like a scampi. I'm going to add this garlic right towards the very end because I want it to saute, but I don't want to burn it. I just want to get a little bit of color in there and season those shrimp. And I am, again, not shy about adding some garlic to the pan.
No butter yet, huh?
No, it comes at the very end. So those are almost done.
Looks pretty good, doesn't it? A little shrimp and some steak for dinner. And
All right, now the big squeeze of lemon juice.
So you could do vegetables on that.
Oh.
You could do, I mean, you know, you're not just limited to cooking steaks out on the grill or chicken out on the grill. I mean, you could do fish, you could do chicken, you could do shrimp, you could do vegetables.
Another good thing is fajitas. When you're doing fajitas, you grill your meat up and then do all your veg here in the pan. It's perfect. All right, so I've hit it with a little bit of lemon juice. Do you have a plate to put these on?
I do,
Mr.
actually.
Spears? All right, now at the very end is when you just stir in that butter. And I just want the butter to barely melt.
I know he's got a little parsley over here.
And then I'm going to add a little bit of parsley for freshness, a little bit of green onion. And as they say, that is your dill.
I didn't know that's how you made scampi.
This is scampi. This is kind of my West Texas scampi. Some Italian would probably look at me and say I was wrong, but for where I grew up, this is your dill.
So the shrimp are ready. I'll pull the steak off, let it rest for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, and these things are portable too. You know, they're on wheels, so you can pick them up, move them. They're easy to move, easy to clean out.
That is the thing I love about this grill, is you and I are both always on the road and having to haul equipment. So this makes it so easy to load up and just go. So you can cook on the go. You've got the perfectly grilled ribeye steak, shrimp scampi. How long did that take us? 4 or 5 minutes?
5 minutes at the most.
All right, easy, easy. All because of
the grill.
the grill. What? Isn't that good?
Delectable.
All right, guys, to find out more about our products or anything cooked here today, you can visit us online at www.circlejfab.com.